my God. All right, can you hear me now? Carlo, can you hear me now? All right, now let me bring this again. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Union, Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International from Houston, Texas, United States. I'm also the CEO of ONN, that is our channel 1 on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us for yet another explosive edition of our Nigeria and Africa Now program. Thank you, and I hope you and your families are doing great wherever you are. We appreciate your patronage. We appreciate, yes. Is there sound now? Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Yes. Please let me know if you are hearing me. If you are hearing me, please let me know. Hello, can you hear me? You hearing me? All right. You welcome. Thank you very much. So as you join, please share and be ready to comment. If this is your first time of joining us, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. Our goal, our mission is to grow organically. Hey, hello, Ben Swad. Thank you very much. Kyle, thank you. We appreciate you. And we look forward to a huge house right here. Yes. Great to see you guys. I hope you're having a great weekend wherever you are. Thank you. So permit me to entertain you a little bit while we go. So please keep on rolling, keep on bringing more people, keep on inviting your friends and well-wishers. So Peter Tosh, after this, right on. Yes, Equal Rights and Justice by Peter McIntosh. Peter McIntosh was a member of the original Wailers Band. Yes, that included Robert Nesta Marley, Bonnie Livingston, and Peter Tosh. All right, Banzi Swaz. This is a channel where we talk about global peace, global security, global progress, and global prosperity. We talk about Africa. We talk about the United States. We talk about your own country. If you let us know what is taking place in your country, we don't mind. We host people. We can interview you on situations that are taking place in your country. Yes, that is what we are. That is what we represent. So feel free to hang around us. We learn, we teach, and we cross-fertilize ideas that will help us unite the world for better understanding. All right, you from South Africa? Benzi Swaz, are you from South Africa? So what's going on in South Africa right now? Oh, you are in Africa, you are in South Africa. So how are you enjoying South Africa? How are you liking it? No peace, equal rights, and justice. That's what the word needs. Equal rights and justice. How come you don't like it? What's going on there? How long do you plan on being in South Africa? It feels like war in South Africa. Tell us more about it so we can talk about it. Why does South Africa feel like a war? So Benzi Swags, where are you originally from? Equal rights and justice. Equal rights and justice. Equal rights and justice. Hey. Come on, people. Yeah, what we have on the menu today is big, massive. Yes. Everybody fights to reach the top. But how far is it from the bottom? That is the question. And everybody is talking about peace, peace, peace. But none is talking about justice. And is there any route to peace except through justice? I don't see it. I only see the propensity of peace through justice. And that is why we are here. And that is what we represent at ONN. Now, you say, Ben Swat. You say, let me see. Yes, you say there's a lot of kidnapping in South Africa, and that is strange. I lived in South Africa for 2 years. Yes, between 1994 and 1996, and that was when apartheid was coming down. Yes, there was a lot of violence then, but after a while, things simmered down. So I'm surprised to be hearing about kidnapping. Maybe you need to tell us more about the kidnapping and all that. So who is being kidnapped? You are somewhere near Western Cape, near Cape Town. Yes, I know Cape Town. I've been there. No peace, no peace, just hell. What's this bullshit? Buddy, we don't talk bullshit. We talk sense. We talk righteousness. We talk about truth, and we talk about justice. We don't do bullshit here. So if you believe that we are doing bullshit, you have a right to exit and get out. We don't deal with those who come here with disrespect. So if we hear any more of your disrespect, your ass is going to be kicked out from here. But let's tolerate you for a little while and see how it goes. Yeah, Benzi Swat, people like that guy that calls himself Body, they are the problems of this world. They are the problems of this world. So wherever we see them, we kick them out. We don't spare them because they are not better than anybody. All right? Thank you very much for telling him what you told him. He's crazy. So, how long are you going to be in South Africa, Benzi? I need equal rights and justice. I need equal rights and justice. Equal rights and justice. Now, Benzi, you mean you've lived in South Africa for 30 years? Or you are going to be there for 30 years? Because if you have lived in South Africa for 30 years, then you have a lot of experience about what South Africa is. I only lived there for 2 years. I stayed in Johannesburg for a little bit before I moved to Betal in Mpumalanga province, where I worked as a registered nurse at the Betal Hospital. Yes, that was where I worked last before I came here to the United States in 1996. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot of violence at the time, because the country was coming out from a a devious, a very demonic apartheid institution, apartheid system that confiscated economic opportunities in a small hand, while the majority live below poverty line. I believe that is the reason for all the violence that is taking place in that place. There's economic injustice in South Africa, and this is what we must not run away from. That must be addressed, and it is going to take true leadership and understand. Yes, okay, you'll be there for 30 years, man. Are you a businessman, or are you in business? So, well, I will teach you, I will tell you what I know about South Africa. The Western Cape area was never violent, so I'm surprised that you are experiencing that there. Have you been to Johannesburg? Have you been to other places, Port Elizabeth and all those other places in South Africa? But you have a lot of time to explore. The problem with South Africa is injustice. Yes, big injustice there. Socioeconomic injustice is criminal, it is heinous, and some people don't want it to be solved. Without justice, there can never be peace anywhere. I don't care how rich that place may be. If some people have and majority don't have, the majority that do not have or does not have will always be at war with the minority that has everything. It's a simple thing. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so I wish you a safe stay there. Just be positive and be very careful how you move. Be friendly, be nice, be just, and be fair. Don't join the minority oppressive group that want to suppress the majority. Just do the best you can at all times, and everything is going to be all right. All right? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Buddy, my message is very clear. My message is about justice for all peoples. Black, white, Indians, Chinese, and green, white, and whatever. And we don't support racist ideologies. We don't support any group of people who think that they are better than the rest of the world. We don't do that. If you rear your head, we slam it, because we are not racists and we don't support that. So be nice to us and we'll be nice to you. We are here to grow and grow our message organically. What we pursue is global peace, global justice, and global security. I believe you want that, because if you have everything at your beck and calling, and then the others don't have, you are always going to be at risk. It's a simple thing. That is law of nature. So let's make sure that we treat one another right. All right, Equal Right and Justice by Peter Tosh. You see, everybody is fighting for equal right. Palestinians deserve equal right. Yes, the Jews deserve equal right. The African people deserve equal right and justice. Everybody on earth, the white man deserve equal right and justice. And you know what? We can make it happen. And you know what too? The world has a lot to go around. You know what I'm saying? The world has a lot to get to everybody. Yes. Okay, Ben, thank you very much. Great hearing from you. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Do I believe in the King of Kings? I believe in the Almighty God. Yes, because the Almighty God is everything. All right? That is what I believe in. And I'm not a hypocrite about it. And I don't like people using God to intimidate and blackmail others. Yes, God is open to us. He's the Father of creation. We love him. Hey, Samuel, how are you? Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining. Buddy, now I want to ask you, what is the difference between God and Jesus? Is there any difference? Unless you are telling me that there is a difference, then you need to explain that to me. From what I read, they say God is Jesus. So what is the difference? If God came through in human coming to demonstrate humility here on earth, and they say it's God, then he's God. All right? So that's where we are with that. All right, equal rights. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. One more entertaining song here, then we go deep into what we are here for. And what we are here for is to talk about the rot that is going on in Nigeria, a country that is one of the richest countries on the surface of this earth. We'll be right back.
Settlement before using this 30-second calculator. Here's why. Stop.
Yes, Bob Marley, Bad Card, Uprising, 1980, the very last he did on his sojourn here on earth. Then he called it Bad Card. You know, Bad Card is a message to oppressors. Come on. That's spreading over my name. Say you wanna bring another life to shape. Oh man, you just are playing a game. The way you drop a card. I want to disturb my neighbor, 'cause I'm feeling so right. I want to turn up my disco, blow them to a full was tonight. Hey, in a rubber dub style. 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 'Cause we got in the palace so majestic here. We got in the palace so realistic. Them I go tired, fishy with fierce. Me say they can get we out of the race. Oh man, it's just a big disgrace. The way you draw bad card, the way you make wrong moves. All right, all right, all right. Hey, thank you very much for all those that are joining. All those that have just joined. Please, Yaman. Valerie, thank you very much. Right, Rastafari. So let's see what is going on here. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. We are always delighted to have you, being part of our conversation. Yes. And I ask again, I hope all of you are doing well wherever you are tuning in from. Well, what we are trying to do is to build a global family. Call it a global movement for peace, justice, and security. We can make it happen. Because, yes, thank you very much, Waxa. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And if this is your first time, please do us a favor, by subscribing to our channel. We sincerely and very deeply appreciate that, Yes. Now, Nigeria, Africa, a lot is going on in Africa right now. Africa is shaking. Africa is vibrating. Yes, Africa is shaking up for something. Africa, the mother continent of the world, is shaking. How can we see God if we can't lay eyes upon our son? Well, God is reflected in every man who does the right thing. God is reflected in every man who respects others. God is reflected in every man who shows love beyond his race. God is reflected in any person who takes care of children, who don't hurt children, who don't hurt women. God is reflected in any person who treats others as he wishes to be treated. God is reflected in that man who reason beyond his race. Yes, his or her race. That is where God is, because truly it is one humanity. And that is just what it is. Just men that created all these colors here and there, white, black, and all that. But what God made was a man in his own image. And then that is it. So if you look at yourself and then you see God in there, God reflects you. As long as you do the right thing, you do good, you respect people's basic human rights. That's including their right to life, their right to choice, their right to freedom of expression, their right to freedom of association, their right to worship, and their right to self-determination. These are commandments. And these are only given by the Almighty God, not by any man, not by any country, not by Donald Trump, not by any president of anywhere. And it's only the Almighty God who can take your basic human rights away. And that is why he holds you accountable on the judgment day. How did you use your basic human right that I gave to you? So whatever you do right now here, be ready and be sure that you'll be held accountable for it. If not here, you'll be held to account by a higher authority. It's as simple as that. So do good and be right and be nice to people. Now, we get into this issue of that we are talking. Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, with over 250 million people, is under siege as we speak. Right now, terrorism, banditry, all kinds of evil being perpetrated in that country. Yes, and the people perpetrating this evil, they don't act on behalf of the people of Nigeria. They act through puppets who are created by imperial forces that want Africa to remain at the bottom, at the bottom of the ladder, to remain on its belly. Yes. And Africa that went through slavery, colonialism, imperialism, apartheid, and all kinds of things. Now we are dealing with the globalization that some people think is a certificate of occupancy for them to take over Africa and do whatever they like. They don't care. They want to continue the legacy, the colonial, the slavish legacies of their ancestors. So now we are telling them we are in the 21st century, a century of equality, a century of justice. Hey, Jane, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate and love you. All right, be ready to rule, right? Yes, so we're talking about global peace, global justice. Nigeria is at the center stage, of a lot of negative things right now because the people of the country have been repressed. As we speak right now, the country is teetering towards a one-party state country. Not because the people wanted that, but because a few people with so much power, with so much money, with inordinate access to the country's economic resources, and including mineral and natural resources, aided by Imperial Europe. I'm talking about the corrupt leadership of Imperial Europe, and some from the Arabians are creating the confusion that could turn Africa yet into another hell. So after going through so many things, so that is what is bringing us together here. Hey, everyone, make sure to give this live a like. Yeah, thank you very much, Jane. We appreciate you for the great job that you do. You are a superstar. Thank you. All right, so we are talking about Nigeria. And if you are a Nigerian, you are an African, know that this is a very serious issue that we are talking about. Poverty has been weaponized in Nigeria because the people are massively impoverished. They do whatever they can to survive, including following the right direction against their wish. Morality and poverty are not partners. They never go together. They never get together. They work, to demean, dehumanize the human being in us. So we got to wake up and get up and stand up for our rights. All right. So let's go. You Nigerian, we need to see you here. You are an African, we need to see here. And the question is, why have Nigerians become so cowardly? Yes, why have Nigerians become so cowardly? Why are Nigerians allowing just a few criminals to hold them in captivity? Yes, in a country that they own. Yes, 250 million Nigerians are being held in captivity by less than 1% of the country's population. Something is not right. So that is what we are here to address. So bring your opinions, bring your ideas, comment, share this message, and above all, say something. Say something. Let us hear from you. And before that, listen to this message. Listen to this very, very strong message from ONN about the state of Nigeria.
From Houston, Texas, United States of America. I want to quickly address the Nigerian man, yes, the Nigerian man this morning. The Nigerian man, yes, the Nigerian man failed Nigeria. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for what Nigeria is going through right now. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for the crashed economy of Nigeria. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for the crash of the educational system. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for the crash of the healthcare delivery system. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for the collapse of our country's infrastructure. The failure of the Nigerian man is responsible for the rudderlessness of our children, especially the young people who don't know who they are and where they are going to. Nigerian men, this is a message for you. Nigerian men, protecting and defending your family is a compelling moral, spiritual, and constitutional obligation that we owe our children and our country. But we have failed to discharge this spiritual responsibility, and we think it is okay, and we think it is funny, with everything coming crashing before our own eyes in a country we all profess to love so much. Our neglect of this obligation is responsible for what our country is going through in the hands of a few. And the reason our youths are rudderless and cannot fight for themselves. They are and for their country. Any man who cannot fight for his family through standing up for rights, truth and justice, and standing up for his country is not fit to be a man and a father, and he's not fit to be a leader. Sadly, this is what the typical Nigerian man of today, who falls for everything and stands for nothing, but won't stop crying about everything, is. And it is sad. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja, the Nigerian man. You got to stand up now. Yes, you got to stand up now. Nigeria is in the emergency room, about to die because of your neglect of your responsibility as men, as husbands. Think about this and take heed. Think about this. The Nigerian man is a total failure, a disgusting failure. Look at your country, Nigerian man, and you say you are a man. You think to be a man is you have testicles or you have a penis. It is much more than that. The Nigerian man has become mostly irresponsible. Yes, and so corrupt. What country are we living for the next generation of Nigerians? The Nigerian man is sitting idly by, watching his country being taken over instrumentally. And he thinks that the aggression or the jihad will abate without him standing up to fight back and reclaim his territory. It's sad. The Nigerian man, you are a failure, but you can't redeem yourself. I am a man, and that I think I'm in the best position to tell you. I did not exonerate myself, but I've been doing my own part. Why is it that you, Nigerian man, cannot stand up with what is right? Why is it that you, Nigerian man, cannot stand up for the truth? Why is it that you, Nigerian man, cannot stand up for justice? And we have an adage that says that when a goat is eaten, the children will be watching his mouth or her mouth. Our children have been watching our mouths. The only thing that we can give to them and have given to them is corruption, irresponsibility, rudderlessness, insensitivity, inhumanity, and savagery. What a people and what a generation.
All right. That was my earlier message on to the Nigerian man. Yes, I am a Nigerian and I am a man. What I've seen over this course of few years that I've been working with Nigeria, I've seen that the Nigerian man, the typical Nigerian man of the 21st century, has abdicated his responsibility to his family, to his country, and to when a people become so selfish, their country suffers. Okay, Zia Amalaha, thank you very much for joining, and it's a pleasure seeing you here. Please, share this message with other fellow Nigerians who may be watching here. You see the man that is right behind me, Rotimi Amaechi, and others are coming together to build a coalition of nonsense that I call it. This is their reaction to their country drifting into a one-party state by a monster that he helped bring about. He was one of those who created the monsters that we are dealing with today. Now, he wants to take a turn. He wants to run for president of Nigeria, a criminal, rogue, very corrupt man. And a man, because of whom hundreds, if not even thousands of youths in River State have given their lives. Yes, so much blood in his hand and the hands of other corrupt Nigerian politicians. I just decided to feature him so the Nigerian people will know him and then just dump him and not even want to deal with him and his fake alliance that he's trying to build. He's building an alliance with those who mastermind terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. Yes, we need a clean state. Let me give you an analogy of what is taking place. In 2014, when there was a need for the people of Nigeria to act, a group of people came together to say that they have had enough. Yes, Nigerians have had enough. They came with all kinds of things, demonized the man at the helm of affairs at the time. Yes, I did not like him because I saw him here two times here in Houston. I'm talking about Jonathan Goodluck. We talked to him. He became a president like the Almighty God handed the presidency of Nigeria to him and said, God telling him this, go fight like a soldier to change Nigeria. He didn't expect to be president. He was the vice president to Umar Yar'Adua, a man who became president off of a fraudulent electoral activity. Elections are never done right in Nigeria. Nigerian electoral system is as crooked because it's driven by the crooked people, crooked Nigerian elites. Yes, as crooked as Elon Musk, if not even worse. So they came together in this alliance, demonized Jonathan Goodluck, and then kicked him out. What made people like me support him being kicked out was because he worked contrary to everything, every good advice that we gave to him, to lead Nigeria in a manner that the country will become more than ever united. He went there and did a direct opposite of everything that we had agreed, including giving the diaspora Nigerians access to voting in elections in Nigeria, which could have been able to cancel all the fraud that they commit in Nigeria, electoral fraud, because I don't believe that any Nigerian who lives in the United States, will accept money from anybody to vote for a criminal as a president or as anything. Yes, because we have that number that could turn the electoral outcomes in Nigeria the other way for the good of the Nigerian people. He agreed to all this. Yes. And then he went back to Nigeria and started hobnobbing with the same people who brought the country on its nose. Because they don't like being outside the periphery of power. They always want to be in charge. 10 out of the country's leaders came from their tribe. I'm talking about the Fulani tribe, the Otmadanfodio Fulani tribe, the Achilles heels of Nigeria, the problems of Nigeria. They come in the name of the North. Yeah, when you hear them saying, Northerner, I'm a Northerner, they talk about North. They don't talk about Nigeria. They're always talking about the North. It's not like they believe in the North. They use the people in the North, especially the Hausa people, to rig election, help make children vote in the election, make unqualified people vote. They import voters from Niger, Chad, and Mali to vote in, even as far as Mauritania, to vote in Nigerian elections, And then they have been doing this because the borders there in the north of Nigeria is porous. And that is why terrorists come into Nigeria to wreak the type of havoc they are wreaking now, to the extent that the country is at the verge of a total collapse. Yes. So Jonathan Goodluck went back to Nigeria and started dealing with these people. Then they told him to fire the chairman of Nigeria's National Population Commission, Dr. Festus Odumegu, because they are scared, or they were scared at the time, of Nigeria being counted and counted correctly. Because Dr. Festus Odumegu had set out to scientifically count Nigerians. Not because he wanted to know who was more in Nigeria, or an ethnic group that is more in Nigeria. He wanted to lay a groundwork for crime control and for strategic management of the country. That is why population censuses are conducted. Now, these guys are scared of what the outcome will be if the people of Nigeria were counted right, because it will put paid to the fraud that they have been committing over the years in defrauding Nigeria through budget misallocation that end up in their pocket. They are all the state governors in the north of Nigeria, the far north of Nigeria. They are always members of the National Assembly. They appropriate money and put it in their pocket. As we speak right now, over 30 million Hausa, mostly Hausa children, are in the streets of the north, begging from AM to PM when they are supposed to be in the class. They deliberately refuse to educate these people because when they know that if they educate them, They will raise an army of people who will be asking them questions, who will be holding them accountable. They hate accountability, and they hate being held accountable. So they deliberately have been destroying, they have destroyed 3 generations of mostly Hausa children in the north of Nigeria. Now, this is why we are asking them questions. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to explain anything to anybody. They, whose ancestors came into Nigeria as jihadists, now have taken over Nigeria and want to tell the people of Nigeria, the aborigines, who are still a commanding majority of the Nigerian population, what to do. They have infiltrated and destroyed our armed forces. They occupy the command and control infrastructure in all of our armed forces. Yes, all of our strategic institutions, they had it. So, and this is a minority group that is not even up to 10 million in Nigeria. Yes, in terms of numerics. Now, holding 250 million Nigerians to ransom. I've been asking, how did they do it? There are people who connive with them to do this. And this relationship dates back, as far back as 1914, when the amalgamation treaty to create Nigeria came out from the northern and what they call southern protectorates. And that treaty was signed by 6 of citizens that became what Nigeria eventually became Nigeria. 6 against 22 Britons. Yes. It was a business deal that did not involve all the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. The British set up this logjam. And from then until 1960, when they granted the country the Greek gift of independence, the country has never worked. The independence of Nigeria was a bomb that soon exploded 6 years after. Yes, in a military coup, first starting with a military coup d'etat to stop a jihad. Now, because they got now so audacious and had this movement that they wanted to take over Nigeria, the same way, it's a long-term philosophy, it's a long-term ideology, it's a long-term vision by their forefathers handed over to them, that they must do everything to take over Nigeria and in fact the rest of West Africa. And if you see the trouble in Burkina Faso, what is happening in Mali, what is happening in Niger, and every other place in West Africa, they have a hand in it. So, in 1966, they created a war. It was a genocide. It wasn't a war. That was where Nigeria was majorly disabled and made dysfunctional. And since then, for 3 years, between 1966 and 1970, they massacred one group of Nigerians, aboriginal Nigerians, the Igbos of Nigeria, who raised their hand and asked a question, why is our country being run like this? That was their only offense. They massacred 5 million of them with the active support of Imperial Europe, led by Britain. Yeah, that little Britain, yeah, that says great. So that's where the problem of Nigeria started. And since then, Nigeria has not known peace. From one military coup to the other, it has always been them. They are the only one who can plan coup, and their coup succeeds. Yes, because of how the Nigerian armed forces have been structured to work for only them. Yes, from Murtala Mohammed. Okay, let's start from Gowon. Gowon was an associate Fulani at the time, right? 1966. From there to Murtala Mohammed. From Murtala Mohammed, there was something happened. Obasanjo came into the picture. Yes, all right. Obasanjo comes from the tribe that the elites of each tribe have something to do with the Fulani elites. All right, he was the head of state, military head of state for up until 1979. Then came back Shehu Shagari, another Fulani. From Shehu Shagari, Muhammadu Buhari a Fulani from Niger, Fulani from, not even a Nigerian, seized power. Yes, Nigeria trained him. He ate Nigerian food. He went to Nigerian school. He went to Nigerian military school. Nigeria funded everything he did. He took power. A Nigerian, yes, from Niger, took power and became head of state of Nigeria. Yes. Then, in 1986, another one, Ibrahim Babangida, yes, with ties, driven by this northern political and religious instinct, became head of state after he ousted Muhammadu Buhari, August 1986. See, and as they are doing all this, they were doing all this, the country was instrumentally being degraded economically and everything. Every major position is held by them. So they took their time to hem Nigeria the way they wanted. They hem Nigeria along the line of disaster, the catastrophe that we are dealing with now. They took their time. Okay, when it was time, now Nigerians started talking about Buhari. Babangida stated that he wanted to return the country to the path of civil rule. He went through, took the Nigerian state or the country through an 8 years of transition to nowhere. Yes, Pastor Isaac Essen, thank you very much for joining. And please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and share the good news that we represent. We represent peace through justice, global peace, global progress, and global security and prosperity. So, Ibrahim Babangida took Nigeria through 8 years of endless transition to civil rule that he never meant. And in the process, spent millions, billions of naira. And then he created the disaster that we call 419. 419 is a fraudulent type of scheme. So he was the one who made Nigerian young people. The origin of fraud in Nigeria started with Ibrahim Babangida through his economic policy that was so open and without control. That's why a whole generation of Nigerian youths went into fraud. And that is what destroyed the image of our country. So that's on the side. Now, politically, the people of Nigeria got tired and then started mounting pressure for him to leave. When he was leaving, he arrogantly told us that he was stepping aside. Step aside, which means there's a potential that he will come back. And then when he was leaving, he left General Sani Abacha, his very good friend behind, because he could have retired Abacha and they all went together. Because they had a pact to continue this trajectory of wrecking Nigeria. He left Abacha behind, all right, as a Minister of Defense in an interim government that he created and put yet again Heinous Shonekon, a Yoruba man, yes, a Yoruba elite, with whom they had, those who predated him had this relationship from 1914 Amalgamation Treaty. They are the only ones they can trust. All right? I'm talking about Yoruba elites. They have them, that trajectory, that group. Yes, they come from that group. It's not about all the Yorubas. You have to belong to that elite group from the Yoruba race. So they know themselves. The Fulani elites and Yoruba elites. Yes, that belong to a certain class. Yes, they understood themselves. They have been the ones that have been trading with the destiny of Nigeria since independence. Yes, they have been the one. Awolowo is not in that picture. So that was why they saw him as a rebel. Akintola was in the picture. That was why they worked with him to upstage what Awolowo was doing in the west of Nigeria. That's where actually what led to what they call Nigerian Civil War. It started from there, not from Igbo land. It didn't start from anywhere else. But sadly, Nigerians, they called it an Igbo coup, the coup. that ousted Tafawa Balewa. All right? Okay, that's by the way. Now, Abacha, they already knew what they were going to do. Babangida knew well ahead of time that Abacha was going to shove Ernest Shonekon, the interim president that he created. He knew that he was going to push him away. It didn't take but a few months or weeks. Then when Abacha came, and then seized power. Yeah. Following, I skipped that. There was an election. When Babangida was put under a lot of pressure, he created a fake election. He didn't know that the election was going to be held. He created a part of his gimmicks. They call him Maradona. I don't call him a Maradona. For me, he was a dunce, an idiot, who toyed with the future and the destiny of Nigeria and the Nigerian people. Those who call him Maradona are stupid. Yeah, if you're watching me, you listen to me later, and you believe that Babangida was a Maradona, you are not a human being. He was the most stupid person on earth. No true citizen of any nation will come and mess with the destiny of his country. They'll come and destroy lives and property of his country, and destroy children, of his country. He was the most stupid and most unpatriotic and a treasonous man who ought to be arrested and put through trial and dumped in jail. Yes, but thank God, nature is jailing him, and they're making him to live long to see the consequences of what he created. So, in that election, there were two candidates. One was a Fulani, Tofa, and then one was a Yoruba, Abiola. Again, Abiola did not plug into that elitistic relationship between some Fulanis and the Yorubas. You see, Abiola was an odd man out, just like Awolowo was. Abiola was the one who asked questions. Abiola would be one, though he wasn't a very clean man, but he had some degree of sanity, a clarity of thinking. He had some degree of patriotism. He wanted a country that was united. And the election, reflected that. He won the best election ever conducted in Nigeria, the very best election. The best. Nothing, I think that election, no US election that I have witnessed was as good as that election. It proved that the black man, if he makes up his mind, he can do what is right. There was no death. Nobody died. There was no thuggery. There was no violence. Everybody went in, did what they needed to do. And it was a simple election. The most simple election I've ever seen in my entire life and everywhere I have been. Everybody fired out. They said, okay, now Nigerians, choose. You know what? It started from the grassroots. The build-up to that election started from the grassroots. Hey, DHA, thank you. Pastor Isaac, thank you very much. All right. And watching the Hawks, thank you. My greetings to you too. The best ever. The best ever. You needed to see the peace all over Nigeria. The election was so incontrovertible. The outcome was so incontrovertible. You know why it was so easy? Nigeria did not spend so much money to buy all this stupid, what we call now, servers, electronic thing that failed again in Nigeria. The election, the build-up to it started from the grassroots. If you say you love Abiola, it started from your village, your unit. People will line. It took time for us to get there. And I think that is what Nigeria should go back to. Stop buying this nonsense electronic voting. It's not working. It was human to human. And then it put you on your toes to really choose between good and evil. And the people chose good. They chose good. It took months to build up to the final two candidates. That was the creative ingenuity of an Igbo man, Professor Humphrey Nwosu. He was a political scientist. He was the best political engineering or electioneering engineering ever. I hope they record it in Guinness Book of World Record, because that's the best. America cannot conduct that type of election. They're not with the electronic thing. It was easy. Everybody, go to your hometown. Start from there. Oh, every Saturday was something about choosing who is going to be. They chose from the hometown to the local government, to the state, and to the nation, across the two political lines, SDP and NRC. That was how two candidates emerged without controversies. They merited that they emerged. And then the election. The election was so sweet. Answer. Are you for Abiola? Everybody, if you like good behavior, you will line behind the good behavior that you know. People line behind them. And you know what? These crazy elitist Fulanis who call themselves northern leaders, they are the ones who call. So when you hear northern leaders, all you hear is look everywhere, is Fulani. How did they do this to Nigeria is the question. How did they do this to Nigeria? Now, the result came, and they were not happy. They were not happy that a Yoruba man who does not belong to their clique, you know, I told you. So if a Yoruba man listening to me now, listen very carefully, so you don't say that I hate the whole of Yorubas. I don't. Some elites who plug in with corrupt Fulani elites, with ties to Usman and Fodio. They are the ones. They are the problem of Nigeria. They have them. There are Yoruba elites among them. And out of which is what Bola, Tinubu came out. It's part of them. Yes. They have something together. They have been holding our country hostage, and we are not going to tolerate them anymore. So this is what this whole thing is about. So this is going to lead me to this coalition that they are building that must die. It's a dead on arrival. It's just like Nigerians have become coward. Nigerians are very cowardly people now. Yes. So when Humphrey Nwosu was hell-bent on announcing the results, they didn't want him to announce the result. So there was a problem. Babangida knew the truth. He just exposed it now because he's about to die. The truth he knew that could have saved the country, he embellished it because his life was more important than the lives of Nigerians. His position as a northerner, because he said the North gave him access to education, the North gave him access to his military rank and up to becoming a head of state. He's talking about the North, not about Nigeria. They don't believe in Nigeria. So that is why you hear them, not. Any person who says not, run away from that person. Is not a believer in Nigeria. They are the reason Nigeria is divided. So that was how they didn't announce that result. Now they started that crisis. They say Abacha threatened to kill Babangida if he went ahead. He would kill Abiola if Abiola was announced as a head of state. That's where we are. You Nigerians, especially you watching me right now, especially the young people watching me now, you need to hear the truth about your country. But this is the reason they don't want you to study history. They want to continuously make you idiots who cannot ask them questions. They want to make you cowards. They give you this false impression that the Fulanis are so powerful. They can kill anybody. No, who said that you cannot kill them? Yes, if they can shoot, you too can shoot. You must not go to sleep. Allow one tattered group of people to continue to wreck your country. Yes. Mohammed Dambata, it's a very, very sad situation. You Igbo man is still angry about the civil war. Only Almighty Allah will save Nigeria. No, you have not come out of your mental retardation. That is why you are thinking like that. What do you know? How old were you during the genocide? There was no civil war. There was a genocide. Jane, don't kick him out. Let me address him. Because these are the people with this stupid mentality that has held our country hostage. And they are so audacious, they are not ashamed of themselves. 10 out of Nigeria's 13 heads of state were Fulanis. What did they do? They wrecked the country. They never liked progress. They don't want anything good because they don't love Nigeria. They are anti-Nigeria. You don't see them talking about patriotism. They are very unpatriotic. Mohammed Dambata, you hear me? I lived in Kano for 8 years. You know what I left with Kano? But you are not an Hausa man, so I don't even want to waste my time with you. You know? So bring this nonsense on. And that's why I'm telling you now that you guys know your time is up in Nigeria. That is why you are shooting up our country. But an army of Nigeria is coming. You know what happened in Central African Republic to you guys who share this same stupid ideology. Nigeria is an open country. We want people to come. Nigeria is supposed to be an equivalent of the United States, where I live right now, with nobody bothering me. I traveled the length and breadth of this country. I've been to 48 of America's 50 states. Nobody tells me to go back to Nigeria. It is only you in the north that will tell an Igbo man to go back to his state, as if he's a stranger to that country. And your ancestors were migrants. Yes, Marudas. They are not Nigerians. Are you Africans? So shut your mouth up. All right? Igbo man has every right to be angry because you wrecked his country. You wrecked his country. So if you come to this channel to talk rubbish, we will silence you. But the admins, don't silence him. Let him spill more so we can address him. Because they always want to be in charge. 10 out of Nigeria's 13 heads of state. 10. What did you do? Because you don't believe in Nigeria. You don't believe in Nigeria. A patriotic Nigerian will build Nigeria. What did you do? Look at Buhari, what he did for 8 years. Buhari funded terrorism. Yes. So what are you talking about? What do you want to tell me? Be quiet. So you need to repent and be a born-again Nigerian. That is why Nigerian, that is what I represent. That is why I am championing a cause for open Nigeria. Yes, I want a Nigeria that will be free, fair, will be open to free, fair, equal, and unlimited access to opportunity to every Nigerian, including you. But you have to behave right. You have to respect others. Who are the people destroying Nigeria right now? Who own the people? Are the Igbo man? Is there an Igbo man in the forest kidnapping people in the north of Nigeria? Who are the people raping? You should be ashamed of yourself if you're a Fulani man. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be quiet. Your elites are setting up your race for destruction. You don't even understand the long-term consequences of what you are doing. We are at that point now where no Fulani man can access to become president of Nigeria. How are you going to be the president? You are fighting with the Hausas that you have subjugated for 221 years. And now they are opening their eyes and are asking you to leave their place. You think that is a joke? It's not a joke. So do you think about when the whole of Nigeria will rise up and come after you, Osman and Fodio Fulanis, you violent people? You don't understand what is happening. You think it's a joke? So think. That is why we are telling you, and Atiku, El-Rufai, forget about aspiring to be president of Nigeria. Go and fix yourselves. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. Go and fix yourself. So you had the audacity to come here to be talking about the Igbos. You are sick, for real. You had the audacity to open your mouth and be here. You know the people who are here, the whole world is gathering here, watching this. You have the audacity to come and open your damn mouth to say this. Yes. Do you know me? You don't even know. Yes, you don't. So I'm telling you now, if you had this obnoxious thinking that you had in the past, that Nigeria belongs to you, minority, Osman Danfodio children, your time is up. Your time is up. This is not a joke. Your time is up. We are getting to that point where no Fulani with ties to Osman Danfodio and his violent jihadists we have access to being anything in Nigeria. Nigerians have the right to do so. And if democracy is a game of number, that is where we are heading. Yes. Yes. I am talking to Saad, your fake emir, your fake sultan. I am talking to him every day. And my message gets to him every day. So this is not a time for joking. All right? This is not time. We are going to wake the people of Nigeria up. And then you know the consequences. When the whole of Nigeria turn the heat on you, you can't handle it. Forget about all the small AK-47 you have everywhere right now. When the time comes and the people of Nigeria are ready, they will do justice. They are not ready right now because you have instilled fear in them. You have taken all of our country resources. Yes, stolen everything, everywhere. Our money was used to build a refinery for Dangote, right? Do you see Dangote opening up his mouth to talk about Nigeria? No, he's not interested. He's interested in his money, right? Yeah, money that he stole from Nigeria to build a refinery for him. No competition for him. Nobody. Any competition that rises against Dangote, they destroyed that competition. Now, I'm telling you, there are people who know what's going on, and they are ready to unleash. So the best thing, your best bet, is to calm down and go and seek repentance for the evil your people brought upon Nigeria. All right, that's a digression. Chukwuemeka Neke, thank you very much. How are you? Thank you. Yes, free Nnamdi Kanu for us. Let him carry Biafra and go. Well, I have talked about the freedom for Nnamdi Kanu. They are holding him unjustly, and he's speaking the truth. He spoke the truth. The difference between me and Nnamdi Kanu is that I do not want Nigeria to be broken down. And the reason why I don't want Nigeria to be broken down is for a strategic, bigger picture, But he has a right to self-determination. That's a basic human right. So I'm not going to fight Nnamdi Kanu for standing up to agitate for Biafra. But me, I am not thinking along that line. I'm thinking about a Nigeria that will be big and we have access to opportunity for everybody, including the Igbos, who are actually the hardest working people in Nigeria. The rest of Nigeria, they don't work as hard as the Igbos. Yes, Nigerians must wake up and let us take our country back. Dangote now owns a Nigerian economy. Yes, he wrecks the country. And then this is what they like. And the funny thing about his wickedness, even that they handed the Nigerian economy to him, look at where he comes from, the north of Nigeria. 90% of the poor people in Nigeria are from the north. And this is why the Hausa man must rise up and decide his own destiny. These people have had these people hostage for 221 years, and they use them as weapons to hold Nigeria down. So this is the reason why we are telling Nigerians that the freedom and liberation of Nigeria, it must be premised on the liberation and freedom of the Hausa people. If we don't join the Hausa people to fight for their liberation, we are going to be wasting a lot of time, because they are holding these people hostage. They use Islam to hold them. But thank God, a lot of them are now beginning to wake up and now challenging them. These people are evil, wicked. And then I'm talking about this Fulani elite in politics, and in economics. Yes, Rufai wants to be my president. I don't know what we will become if he becomes president of Nigeria. God forbid. Or Atiku will contest all he wants. He cannot be president of Nigeria anymore. They know their time is up. That's why they are picking up bullets, fighting and maiming everything, thinking that that will intimidate Nigerians. Wait, the time is coming when Nigerians will don't have anywhere but to fight back. And that is where we are headed. We are headed. So it is in their best interest. It's in their best interest, for real. It's in their best interest to pipe down and pipe low, because we are not smiling. We are not joking. I know the people are poor. They have made our people poor and so hungry. But they will wake up when there's no other thing to eat than eat their oppressors. That is where we are heading. Yes. 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 Nams, kitchen. Let me tell you, if you have a common sense, you will understand the reason why. You must understand the reason why you are poor. If you have common sense, if you are strategic in thinking, you will wake up. All right? So you can say all you want to say, but we are getting where we are getting. All right? He said you are talking nonsense. Nobody is going to fight for the Hausa. They should fight for themselves. If the Hausas remain in captivity, your own self, will remain there. Are you free now? Don't you know that because the Hausa people are not free, that is why you are not free? That is why you finished from school, you don't have a job. That is why when you go to places, you are hiding and they will kidnap you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because again, that is part of the problem we have in Nigeria now, where young people are not thinking. You think so shallow. All you think is Yahoo, how to make fast money. But that time of fast money is about gone, because there's nothing. You see the man that you put in, he says you're president, he has sold our country to France. That is what we are coming to. All right, back to focus. After that election, they did not allow Abiola to become president because it did not serve the interest of the Fulani North. Abacha stepped in, took over power. What did he do? He took his time to wreck the country's treasury mercilessly until what happened to him. And then who was next? Abdul Salam, again, one of them. Abdul Salam reduced Nigeria's external reserve. That was what his mission. He came and finished the country's external reserves. And then they started looking for who to bring to make president. In fact, Nigerians, how treacherous Nigerians are. They told Abacha to remove his uniform to vie for the presidency of Nigeria. Guess what happened? All the 5 political parties in Nigeria, you see how mischievous Nigerians are. 5 political parties in Nigeria presented Abacha, General Sani Abacha, as their sole presidential candidate. So, which means there was no party, there was only Abacha to vote for. And this is exactly where we are getting to now, with these beasts holding Nigeria hostage that they call Bola, Ahmed, Tinubu. Yes, we are the same journey. So as they were putting out, I want to know if corrupt people like Tommy Kimi is still listening. So if he's still alive, please share this message so that he gets it. Tom Ikimi, an Asian man, was one of those. He was chairman of the National Republican Convention. Yes, he was one of those who pushed for Abacha to become the presidential candidate of all the political parties in Nigeria. That is how Nigerians fight. That is how Nigerians fight for justice. Nigerians, let me tell you, I'm one of you. You are a very lazy people. You know, because when Buhari said it, what did the youth of Nigeria started frying like oil? What did you do at the end? Nigerians are a very corrupt people. Nigerians are a very, very lazy people. Yes, Nigeria has the potential to be a great country. All we need is a sincere and credible national confab, where ethnic nationalities will discuss the basis of our nationhood. Our size is our strength. Absolutely, I agree. But these Fulanis, these elitist Usman Danfodio Fulanis, with their Yoruba accomplices, elitist accomplices, will not allow that happen. Because if that happens, they'll be brushed out of the power equation. This is the reason why the ordinary day-to-day Nigerian must unite to find a way forward for their country. Leave these idiots out of the equation. Every time, I feel sick when every time there's political activity taking place in Nigeria, the first people are the same, these stupid people. Why should we our life revolve around them? Why? Why should our lives revolve around them? Why? Every time we are talking, before you know anything, we are talking about Tinubu. We are talking about Oju Zokado. We are talking about Buhari. We are talking about all these crazy people, Rufai. No, these people have hurt our country. We don't need them anymore. Why can't we disarticulate ourselves from them? Why can't a new generation come out? Look at this dead on arrival political coalition they are trying to build. Who are there? Atiku, again, a recurrent decimal. Who is it? Chibike Amaechi. Really? Yes. And then, who is there? Rufai. All right? Who are the other ones? We're hearing David Mark. Yes. What are they? What do they represent? Where's their integrity? Who do they want to lead? You? Then you, if we are like that, we are stupid. We are stupid, generationally stupid people. If we can continue to go through this mess, yes, from one generation to the other, then we have a mental problem. And that mental problem is what we must solve. If we don't solve it, we will end up worse. And for the information of those who don't already know, truly, it's sheer patriotism and the power of God that will save us from taking Nigeria back. Some of our people, especially the young ones, don't know the extent of damage already done to Nigeria. They don't know how much Nigeria has been circled by the mercenaries imported into Nigeria to destroy Nigeria completely. So these Fulani elites will establish their Fulani nation. You know, so people don't like us talking about it, but we have to talk about it. It's very clear. Every day that people are being massacred in Borno, who are those responsible for it? Every day people are being massacred in Plateau State, who are responsible? Every day people go to Benue State to destroy lives and property. Who are those behind them? Yes. So why put me in a position to be quiet over what is true? The preponderance of truth is just too overbearing. You can't hold but say it. It's not a time to play games. It's not a time to be diplomatic with the truth. No, this is pure truth. Now, what do these people want? Those who are kidnapping people in my hometown, who are they? They are Fulanis. Those kidnapping people everywhere in Delta State, as we speak, Delta, they are Fulanis. Majority of them are Fulanis. They have accomplices working with them. So what do they want? And why is it that we cannot talk about them? Yes, why? Why do you want us to keep quiet that we can't talk about them? Yes, so go back to focus. After they did all they did to put Abacha as the sole presidential candidate, trying to remove his uniform and become a civilian president, something happened. And that was the Almighty God coming. And then Abdul Salam took all the money in our country's foreign reserve, put in his pocket. Yes. All right? And then they were looking for someone. They found Obasanjo in the prison. Obasanjo was about to be sentenced to death by Abacha, or he was awaiting execution for his involvement in that coup that was to oust Abacha. If you tell me that Obasanjo did not have a hand in the coup, I'll be laughing at you. He did. He did so with firm promises from imperial forces who told him to move forward and return to Nigeria. He could have stayed back in Denmark where he was at the time the coup was announced, and then he was declared wanted. People told him to come back, not because he was a brave man. Obasanjo is one of the most cowardly human beings on earth, an opportunist. So the foreign powers told him to return to Nigeria, that Abacha will not do anything. Well, I guess they were the ones who took care of Abacha. Yes, and found some Indian girls who gave him apple to eat. And then he finished. Then Obasanjo was brought from prison to become president. You would think that Obasanjo would perform magic for somebody who went so close to the gulag of death. But what did he do? What did he do? He became an imperial majesty. He became a royal father instead of working for the good of the country. All he makes noise about now. He's writing letters. All the things he could have done, he didn't do them. And then he's writing letters from the periphery. And then you want someone like me to take him seriously? He had every opportunity to turn Nigeria around. What did he do? He did absolutely nothing. He was there for 8 years and actually wanted some more because until they resisted him. And then he got angry and brought Yar'Adua, who was sick. That man, a good man. Yar'Adua was a very good man. Yes. Umar Yar'Adua was a good man. If he was healthy, he would have been a very good president. He had the intention to lead, and you could see patriotism in him. He was a patriotic person, but he was a product of a fraud committed by Obasanjo and those who funded him, knowing fully well that he was sick. They stressed him. They were responsible for his death. Maybe perhaps he would be here, if they did not stress him. He was sick. He's supposed to be seeking treatment and not to be president. And then they did that. In the process, he died. Even after he died, they were telling us that he was still alive. They brought him back from Saudi Arabia, turned off the light at the Nnamdi Kanu International Airport. Why did they have to turn off the light? You see the mischief in Nigerians. Nigerian elders, Nigerian traditional rulers, Nigerian religious leaders were taking turns to go to Aso Rock and come out with lies for a man who was already dead. Yes, they were telling us that everything was good. He was looking good until eventually he died. When he died, constitutionally, who was supposed to be stepping in? Jonathan Goodluck. Did they allow him? They prevented him, including David Mark. That, do you know where the pressure came from? The pressure came from here, from us. That was how that woman, Dora Akunyili, had the guts to make the statement that she made. That forced the Senate, led by that corrupt David Mark, to bring Jonathan to become president through their doctrine of necessity. They call it doctrine of necessity for a man who was constitutionally qualified as the vice president to step in to become president of the country when the president died. Yes, because they wanted a Fulani man to come, not an Hausa man. An Hausa man can never be anything. You see Hausa people that you see, there are over 60 million in Nigeria. There's no Hausa governor. Yeah, they're not. No Hausa governor. The reason is because they have repressed the Hausa people. They denied them education. They make them feel inconfident of themselves that it has to be a Fulani man over them others. Look at all their Hausa cities. Look at Sokoto. Who is the Sultan of Sokoto? In a majority Fulani town. He's a Fulani man who has nothing in common in terms of tradition and customs of the Hausa people. And you tell me about justice in Nigeria? All the emirs in the north, majority of them are where? Fulanis. Over majority Hausas. Is that, now whose tradition are they defending? Tell me. The Sultan of Sokoto is not qualified to sit down with the traditional rulers in Nigeria because he's not a traditional ruler. The same thing goes to all the emirs in the north of Nigeria. None of them is a traditional ruler. If they say they are traditional ruler, whose tradition are they projecting? Is it Hausa tradition or minority Fulani tradition? See, there's a lot of injustice. This is why the Hausa man, you listening to me, a lot of you are scared. When we put you in groups, Open your mouth to say something. You are still afraid of the ghost of the Fulanis. 221 years of you being held in captivity. It's time for you to wake up and take charge of your domains. Be part of Nigeria. Be honest part of Nigeria. They have used you for 64 years of Nigeria's independence to hold the whole of the country down. Yes, now they are raping your women. They are seizing your lands. They are kidnapping your men. They are preventing you from accessing your farms. They tell you that you are their brothers in Islam. How will a brother destroy a fellow brother? How will a brother destroy the wives, the daughters, and the children of a fellow brother? Are they truly your brothers? No, they are not. And you know that they are not your brothers. Yes, I won't kill my brother. I won't destroy his children. I won't do anything that will prevent them from having access to live like human beings. The Hausa people have been reduced to the position less than, even worse than slaves in their homeland. 30 million of their children, sometimes 6-year-old, thrown into the wild, into the harsh weathers in the north, with plates in their hand, with dirty clothes on their body. Yes, they sleep with flies, all over their mouths. Yes, why these criminals who use them to rig elections, who use them to foment a sectarian crisis, live in criminal opulence with their children in London, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and some here in the United States. Hausa, I'm speaking to you. Wake up, rise up. Yes, the story of Nigeria is so nasty, but we can make it right. And that is why we are telling Nigerians, resist these people. In 2019, in 2023, yes, in 2023, remember what Saad said, that nobody could stop the installment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria. It's in black and white. It's there. Yeah, because he was a Muslim. All right? Muslim ticket, remember? Yes, that was how they came to power. It did not matter, because they don't believe in Nigeria. And they are hypocrites as Muslims. They don't believe in Allah. A man who believes in Allah will not watch people being murdered, and he keeps quiet and not rising up. Yes, they found terrorism. They mastermind banditry. Those people Fulanis who call themselves Northerners. The real Northerners, they don't make noise. Yes, it's the Fulanis. When you hear Northerners, when they tell Northerners, they are referring to this extreme Usman and Fodio jihadist Fulanis. They are the ones who talk. They don't believe in Nigeria. So if they don't believe in Nigeria, we have no business dealing with them. So it's time. They are the ones who prop the likes of Amaechi to want to come out their man. He's not a man of his own. They are the ones who prop the likes of Wike. They are the ones behind Bola Ahmed Tinubu to destroy Nigeria. Yes. Have you seen a country led by a drug dealer? A drug dealer who was convicted here in the United States, fined $500,000. He paid it. Instead of America jailing him, they allowed him go. And now he's paired with a terrorist with ties to Boko Haram. I'm talking about Kashim Shettima. It's all well known. Those terrorists who bombed the United Nations building in Abuja in 2011, they were arrested in his house. Those who bombed the United Nations, Aminu Sokoto, was arrested in Kashim Shettima's house. This is story. Let him sue me if he can. It's on record. What was Aminu Sokoto doing in his house if he did not have a hand with sponsoring terrorism? Nigerians, we are very stupid people. They came with Kashim Shettima, and we accepted him. They came, instead of talking about Nigeria, they were talking about Muslim. Who cares? Is Muslim a country? Is Nigeria an Islamic country? They say Muslim. Those who claim that they are Christian, cowards. All the Christians in Nigeria are cowards. Cowards. Adebayo is there telling you, using Bible to take money from you. And nature is doing the same thing. Oyedepo is doing the same thing. They repress you. They don't preach to you about the dominion God gave to you to refuse evil, including refusing bad leadership and bad leaders. You say anything in Jesus' name, but you don't do the will of Jesus. See your country. So you allow them. And now they want some more. They want your blood. They want your children's future. They have taken over your country. So rise up. That's the only thing. So I talk to my brothers and sisters who are building a coalition with those who fund terrorism and banditry as the face of that coalition. Please go to sleep. If you are not willing to build a real-organic coalition of a true day-to-day, everyday Nigerian, including the Hausas, including repressed Fulanis, who are sent by their own people into the bush, to those who are denied education, the Igbo man out there who still listen to Oji Uzokalo and Ato Eze. You are not doing yourself any good. Come out en masse. Yeah, let us build a coalition, an organic coalition to take down the Nigerian system. Nigerian system will not be taken down through an election. This election that you people are talking about, 2027, my hand not there. I am not a part of it. I am not going to support it. I will not campaign for any candidate of it. It's another trap. You will not. I will tell you point blank. If Nigeria gets to that point of an election, I tell you this, mark today, you will not win Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will re-elect himself the president of Nigeria in 2027. If you allow this stalemate drag into 2027, what Nigeria needs is a revolution, not an election. What Nigeria needs is organic leaders, not politicians. Politicians have proven themselves to be incapable of doing any good. They are there for the next election. They are there to drink your blood because they are vampires. They are there to take the resources of Nigeria, and then nothing will be left for you and your children. If you are an ordinary Nigerian listening to me now, listen, take heed. Go and stop all this crap of coalition ahead of 2027. You are wasting your time. Because one, there is no pathway to 2027 election. All right. Now, let me ask you, we come down to the political party level. Look at what's happening in the Labour Party right now. Labour Party cannot come together as a political party. PDP is in disarray, all right? And then you think a coalition is going to be the solution. I will tell you this, why has there not been a serious electoral reform that will screen out criminals from participating in Nigerian election? Any person who has had any case, that ended up with him being convicted, don't go. Or you have a pending case, you are being investigated, for any reason, you don't run for an election. You see, and then the political parties in Nigeria, how do their candidates emerge? Do the right candidates emerge as the front of their campaigns? No. What do? If I come now, I want to join Labour Party. Yes, I want to be presidential candidate of Labour Party. What will happen to me? They will ask me to go and bring 40 million. Why am I going to give them 40 million to serve my country? In America, nobody pays any fee to serve. You work and build a coalition, build a groundswell of support for you. And then there's a way the system gauges it. If it meets the threshold, then you become a candidate. You run on a party platform. And you can even run as an independent. But the evil starts from the political party level, where good people are never allowed because of the high cost of purchasing their expression of interest forms. Yes, are we going to see a system that we say, okay, it's open to everybody. If you are qualified, you have abilities, you have competency, you have knowledge, you have courage to do good things, you have integrity. I'm talking about good, exceptional content and strength of character to lead and to create, to build, utilize, expand, extend, and sustain capacity beyond yourself, then you are on a pathway. We do have that. In the last election, I went through this. In 2019, I came to run for Senate. APC, the form at the time I came was 3.5 million. I didn't mind paying. All right? Just within a few weeks, they jacked it up to 8 million. Why? They want to screen the good people out. What did they have at the end? Terrorists, idiots, everywhere. The good people are not on the pathway to leading Nigeria. That is why we keep hearing Atiku all the time. That's why we keep hearing Rufai all the time. That's why we keep hearing Yeson Wike. That's why we continue to hear Oji Uzokalo. That's why we're going to continue to hear Uzodema and all that. Oshomole and all that. Because the good people have been screened out. The evil starts. The evil starts. It starts from the political party level. Why is the Senate, the National Assembly in Nigeria, why are they afraid of bringing a legislation that will allow independent candidacy? So we don't have to deal with these craps of a political party. If I want to run for anything, I will run. Will the PDP, this coalition, okay, I challenge the coalition that they are building. If they can make me the presidential candidate of their coalition or give me a pathway without me having to pay them anything to become a candidate, I will jump into the election. Because I know I have the guts. I know I have the integrity. I know I have the wherewithal. I know I have the intellectual capacity to turn Nigeria around within a couple of years. Yes. Because you have so many godfathers to attend to. You have them to worship. You will never be anything. They are evil. Political parties in Nigeria, they are talking about their family. They are criminals. Yes. Omoyele Sowore for president, na lie. Omoyele Sowore is a part of them. Don't, my friend Iyoha, let me tell you, you know I was in AAC in 2019. I ran for Senate to represent Delta North. Omoyele Sowore is no different. He's a child of the Nigerian system. So he is no good. And I'm going to address his matter, my own personal encounter with him. So, David, you don't know Omoyele Sowore. If you knew him, you won't be talking. Omoyele Sowore will not get 10 votes, even if he's given the PDP presidential ticket for free. The reason is because of his attitude. He's as corrupt and morally bankrupt as those people holding Nigeria hostage right now. So be quiet about him. You don't know him. I know him very well. I worked with him here, starting from the United States. I came to Nigeria. Did he allow the convention take place? He was presidential candidate. He was political party chairman. Yes, he was the disciplinary officer. He was the financial secretary. He was everything because he did not want the AAC to grow. And you are coming here to tell me about Omoyele Sowore. You don't know him. So I won't insult you because I would speak to your ignorance about that crooked guy. Tell him, forward this message to him that I said it. Sowore avoids me because he knows I know what he knows. I will wreck him here in the United States. So that is why he runs away from me. He can't even challenge me on a national television. So let's talk about politics. And let's talk about how he mismanaged the money that the ordinary poor Nigerians donated to our party, how it ended up in his pocket. We called him to account for the money. He declared the revolution now. Yes, he's a criminal. David, please don't call Omoyele Sowore where I am because I know him so well. I know him so well. So if you have believed in him as a presidential candidate, you know what we call deceptive facade. Yeah, that's why you don't know him. So seek questions, seek information about some of us who know him. I know him in and out. So he cannot pull that kind of crap around me. My brother, wake up. We are looking for a real organic Nigerian. Sowore worked for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2019. So when he said, did you see him campaign like a presidential candidate? Was there any presidential campaign council? He refused us forming that. I funded his presidential campaign in Delta State. I lost over 8 million because of him. So he should shut up. Don't even bring his matter here. I beg, not bring him. Hey, Eze Giba, he said, tell them the truth, Daddy. My God will guide you. Without the truth in Nigeria, we never succeed. Absolutely. Nigeria needs truth more than any time. Yes. So this is the story of Nigeria. This is the story of Nigeria. So this coalition, if we, the people of Nigeria, fall for it, you are falling for those who fund terrorism. Because they are now everywhere. Now check this out. When Rufai fell out APC, what did he do? He went to SDP. Within 3 weeks, SDP could not contain him. Now he left SDP. Okay, he's looking for another party. Now here they are looking for which one? ADC. That is where they are heading now. To run their game. But it's a dead on arrival. If Nigerians don't unite to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I am not for election. I am for revolution. I want Nigerians to unite together to uproot Bola Ahmed Tinubu and uproot the entire political class before we start talking about democracy. So that democracy will be democracy of men of integrity. That democracy will be democracy of men who are humane. That democracy will be democracy for those who will treat Nigeria like a real country. That democracy will be democracy driven by hardcore Nigerian patriots who will not allow foreign interests to come and dictate to us how we should live and do things in Nigeria. That democracy will be a democracy that will be a star for the whole of Africa. That democracy that we have in Nigeria will be the democracy championed by those who want and will work diligently to fast-track the unification of Africa into one country without borders. Yes, are you hearing me? You hearing me? Into one country without borders, with one economy, with one central bank, and with one military. This is the only thing that will save Africa from a second colonization. If we don't do this and fast, Africa will be colonized again. And then when Africa is colonized again, it will be the worst human tragedy that will ever be recorded. Yes, they are serious and they are coming. That is why when Niger pushed France out, they didn't like it. They wanted to come back and invade using the bastard called Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nigeria. But for our intervention and for the work that we did, both openly and behind the scene, that had him, reminded that this is a very dangerous movement you're about to make. Yes. When Burkina, why do they want David Traore dead? Ibrahim Traore dead? It's because of his stance. We need more of him. We need more Sankara. We need more Nzogo. Yes, we need more Samora Machel. Yes, we need more Patrice Lumumba in Africa. Yes, if we don't have them, we're going to have a lot of trouble. Nigeria right now, Kenya is the biggest trouble Africa has. We have to uproot the monsters there for Africa to be liberated. Like this one here on my screen like that you are seeing, give him the presidency of Nigeria, he will auction the country. He's a criminal. Yes, so that is why I'm putting his ugly face there, so that the whole world will see him. Yes, so I hope people will be kind enough to share this message until he gets it. Nigeria can do better than it's doing right now. Nigeria should not be led by a drug dealer. Nigeria should not be led by a certificate forger. Nigeria should not be led by an identity thief. Nigeria should not be led by a terrorist. Nigeria should not be led by a bandit. You know the Minister of Defense of your country is a bandit. Yeah, I'm talking about Bello Matawale, ex-governor of Zamfara State, now Minister of Defense of your country. He's a bandit, and you all know it. You all know it. Nigerians, why do you love evil? Why do we love evil people? Why do we hate good people? Why do we hate those who will make ways for our children? Why? Is it because of poverty? You say it's poverty. I said no. The problem of Nigeria is not poverty. People say, oh, we are poor, that is why they do all this. You are not poor. You are corrupt. You are corrupt for not standing up for your country. All of us are supposed to be uniting to stand up for our country. You are corrupt if you are a tribalist. You see a man who is from your tribe, you know he's not able to perform. You line behind him to be your president. You are corrupt. You are wicked. You are wicked to yourself and you are wicked to your children. When a people become so selfish, their country suffers. That is why Nigeria is suffering. Nigerians are so selfish. Some Yoruba people know that Bola Tinubu was not good. They line behind him. And they are still lining behind him. He's destroying them. How many Yorubas are eating 3 times a day? I'm talking about the ordinary Yoruba man. How many of you are eating? There was a candidate that was better than him that have never been tried before. Did you vote for him? You turned behind him. You turned your backs on him. You were even killing his people. He's a Nigerian. They are Nigerians. You are telling them to leave Lagos. How far? How market? It's time. It's time. It's time, Nigerians. Stop. You think say I don't get tribe? I get tribe now. Me, I be Ika man. Do you hear me talking about Ika? Ika is a very small tribe. All right? I look at the bigger picture. I see Nigeria. I don't see Ika. Ika is a part of Nigeria. But I'm not going to come and be advancing the cause of Ika people. You know, advance. That's what I represent. That is what I represent. Let us stop all this crap of tribalism. Some people voted because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu truly a Muslim? Support certificate forgery? Does Islam support fraud? Does Islam support hypocrisy? Now, before I leave, we need to ask Nigerians. Nigerians, we are not asking a lot of questions. Niger drove away France. Chad drove them away. Burkina Faso drove them away. Mali drove France away. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bringing France to Nigeria. Do you know that the French military has infiltrated the Nigerian armed forces? Now, are you asking question why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is always in France? He will go there and spend 3 weeks. Why the business of leading Nigeria is suffering? Binta, how are you? Thank you very much for joining. Victor, Ebo, thank you. Yes. Why is he always in France? France that has been rejected. All their colonies are driving them away. Why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu bringing France to Nigeria? And I don't know what they do. Nigerians, the only solution, the only way, the first step to a solution, unite Nigerians, and send Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the entire Nigerian political class crashing. Did you hear that? That is the only first step we must take. Don't be involved in any coalition. That coalition of criminals, all the drivers are no good. They are buses with knocked engines. They will not take us anywhere. Some of them are behind the terrorism in Nigeria. Some of them are bankrolling banditry in Nigeria. This ugly one that they see for here is an accessory of evil. It's not a patriotic Nigerian. If you are from Rivers State, you will know him. His rivalry with Wike has led to the loss of hundreds of youths in Rivers State. He's a mischievous man. But we're going to be talking about them one after the other. Please, my brothers and sisters, especially the younger ones. The younger ones, you are the reason I'm in this whole thing. For real. I am speaking to you from a country that has access to opportunity for children. You only miss going to school if you don't want to go to school. You don't have to know anybody in order to go to school. America has systems that will support the children of the poor to go to school. They have programs to support very highly intelligent people to go through school, through scholarship. If you have no money and you do not qualify on these two bases, they will give you student loan that you pay for when you graduate. You know Nigeria can do that, but Nigeria does not have the leadership that is required to do that. Was it not what Bola Ahmed Tinubu tried to copy? Is it working? No, because he's an unrighteous man. An unrighteous man will never do anything right. Hey, Sunday Nduka, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and then share this message, because that's the only way we can grow and be more useful, to our community. Yes, I really appreciate each and every one of you, especially you Nigerians listening to this broadcast who will share this message. Our mission is to inspire the Nigerian people to break the chains over them. We don't have to live in the kind of hell we live in. Nigeria is so rich to be so poor. Nigeria is not a poor country. We don't need aid from anyone. Yeah, we need good leadership. We have to look beyond ourselves. Look for the best everywhere in the country for those type of leadership. It doesn't have to be from your church. It doesn't have to be from your tribe. Just the best that you know that can do the job and have demonstrated the capacity, and by the way, what they say and how they conduct themselves. They may not have all the money on earth, but when you see a good leader, And then if you belong to political parties, start preaching to them that they need to stop. Yes, that they need to stop those high costs of buying political party form. If you are youths, I know that the youths are more in population in this. Force them. Don't be elders are never always right. Because that's another thing that they used to hold our young people down in Nigeria. And when an elder says, even if he doesn't know what he's saying, they say his elders have spoken. No, elders should not always be. Me and my children, I don't impose my ways on them because I'm elder. Yes. Elder, no. I let them speak, I hear them, and then we agree. Elders are always never correct. David, you are. Thank you very much. Omoyele Sowore is the only capable. No, he's not. It's not. Omoyele is a corrupt and morally bankrupt criminal. So don't bring him here. He has no capacity to do any good. I know him personally. That is why I'm saying it. And I will appreciate if you can cut a clip of what I said and send to him so you know how serious I am. Who is Omoyele Sowore? Don't come here to distract us. So, Elvis Ehime said, sir, do you think we should push for electoral reform? Yes, that is compelling, but not through this idiot there right now. He's not going to listen to any electoral reform. As far as he's concerned, how he will win is most important. The interest of Nigeria and Nigerians beyond him don't matter to him. So I will not do anything to validate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is a personal decision that I have made because he's not my president. I don't recognize him as president of Nigeria. So I will not do anything with him or validate anything he does. But what I'm saying right now, if you listen very carefully, is Nigeria must revolt. Yes, revolt against the Nigerian system, break the Nigerian system down, remove all the clocks that is holding Nigeria back from moving forward, and then we start from there. And then Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a small part of Nigeria's problem. The system has to be dismantled. If we dismantle the system and start allowing good people as leaders of Nigeria, just like we select a football, soccer team when a Super Eagle wants to play against any country, what do we do? Don't we ask that the coach selects the best? Yes, the coach selects the best, all right, so that we can win. Do you know that the best is the only thing that can win for Nigeria? More importantly, in driving its leadership, because leadership is spiritual. So the soccer one is good. I love entertainment. I played soccer very well, but that one is good. But now, why can't we bring that principle into choosing our leadership? Let's choose the best. Let's sideline money. Let's sideline tribe. Let's sideline religion. Choose the best. Don't take money to compromise yourself, because we are compromising. Do that. You are compromising your spirit. You are making Nigeria toxic. And the younger people who are watching you, we think that's a way. You see, we are in a country where parents buy WAEC question papers for their children. We buy JAMB question papers. Do you know what you have done to that child? The child that you bought a JAMB question paper for, he saw it. He knew you bought it. Now you have destroyed that child. You have destroyed his mind. You have destroyed his psyche, because he's going to think that it is okay when he has children, he has to buy them fraudulent things to get ahead of the others. That is the problem we have. It's a basic moral issue. That's the problem. If we can choose a leadership that will, through example, reset our moral compass, Nigeria will fly, and fly without end. This is what is hurting our country. So please, gear towards revolution. Now, is there a platform that we can make this happen? Yes, there is. I am the champion of Open Nigeria and the Open Nigeria movement. We are on Facebook at Open Nigeria Now. If you type at Open Nigeria Now, you will see it. The Open Nigeria Now logo will show up. You will see a one that says Stand Up for Nigeria. Click on that one. Join and become a member. Don't join only. You must share and bring the ideology to other people. Share with your friends and every person in your contact, your father, mother, and everybody you know, and every Nigerian across borders. And the good thing about us is we are not corrupt. We are honest about our talk about Nigeria. We are die-hard Nigerian patriots. A lot of people are in. So don't be left out. Be a part of that movement. It is at Open Nigeria Now. Once you just join it, join. And then our ideology page is Open Nigeria. If you say at Open Nigeria 1, you will see it. Like and comment and share the ideology group page too. So you'll be part of it. On here, this is one of our channels for expressing ourselves. The reason is because we don't believe in the Nigerian media. The Nigerian media is a very corrupt media, and they work with the people, with the class destroying our country. So they will not hear me. They will not bring me to their own media to express this whole thing, because the government funds them. The fake government fund them. And that's the only patronage that they have. So they won't want me in their studio to express these alternative views to the evil that have been used to hold Nigeria down. So, and this is the reason why, if you're a Nigerian right now, you must do whatever you can to expand our message, share our channel, bring more people into it, so we become a global phenomenon. So when we come here, when we see millions of people, we become the outlet of the truth to the Nigerian people. We will be winning and winning. And then another thing it can do. Hey, I'm so sorry for the disruption. All right, I'm back, and we are going to be concluding. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being part of this historic broadcast. And as I was saying, I was getting people to come to be part of us. And one way of being a part of us is going to Facebook, as we are doing this, or when the broadcast is over. Look for at Nigeria Now, at Nigeria Now, at Nigeria Now. And you'll find at Nigeria Now on YouTube. Join. Not only join, get more people to be part of it. And I want to tell you this. And we have a way to contact us by phone. I think I wrote our phone number, how to contact us. You can send me a WhatsApp message, or you can call me on WhatsApp. If I'm not busy, I'm busy 24/7. If I'm not busy, I'll be able to answer you. But if you send a message, we have around time. If you have a leadership skill, there's something you can give through leadership or any skill that you have, please share with us so we can plug you in and make you part of us. You know, and as we expand the open Nigeria ideology, we believe that Nigeria should have a platform that is corrupt-free, a platform that is driven by men and women of integrity to take on and take down the corrupt and morally bankrupt Nigerian system. The system of Nigeria is killing our young people. It sucks their blood. It sucks the blood of sufferers. It sucks the blood of children. It makes women cry. It makes our elderly who have served Nigeria suffer in their old age. A country should not be run like that. Every promise that you have been made, I believe your guess is as good as mine. How they fail to deliver on their promises. We should end all these fake promises and put our country in the hands of those with the abilities to build, utilize, expand, extend, sustain, and continuously run capacity beyond themselves for the good of the country and its people from generation to generation. If you talk about American greatness, if you hear about American greatness, it's a revolving greatness. Every generation is saddled with a responsibility to make America even greater. What is ours? Our country is hopeless. The young people come out hopeless. Yes, they come out hopeless. There is hardly anybody to look up to for leadership in Nigeria. Who do we look up to for leadership? The back-end type of Nyesom Wike, drug dealers like a Bola Ahmed Tinubu, certificate forgers like a Bola Ahmed Tinubu, terrorists like Kashin Shetima, bandits like Dr. Bello Matawale, loquacious killers like Air Rufai. Tell me, East, West, North, and South, are you talking about Oji Uzokalo? Are we talking about Hope Uzodinma that we should look up to for leadership? Are we talking about Okowa in Delta State where I come from? Yes. Is this somebody that is worthy of any Nigerian looking up to for leadership? Are we talking about Adams Oshomole? Look at what he did as in Edo State. Is that the person we should be looking up to for leadership? Are we talking about Lucky Benedion to look up to him for leadership that he doesn't have? Are we talking about Monday Okpebolo? Is he a leader that Nigerians should look up to for leadership? Are we talking to Sheriff in Delta State that is revving even as his whole state has been taken over by Fulani bandits? Yes. Are we going to be looking at Senator Godswill Akpabio for leadership? Where is the leadership that he has? Absolutely nothing. Are we looking at all those who are decamping en masse for them to evade justice from EFCC into APC? Yes, those are not the type of people we should look up for leadership. And some of them are behind anywhere. They had their time. They did absolutely nothing. In this time, they can't do a damn thing. Nigeria needs a moral reset. Nigeria needs a serious reset right now as we speak. And the only people who can do it is you, me, and all of us. So this is why this moment calls for all of us to stand up. Stand up for our rights. Stand up for our lives because we have a right to eat. Stand up for our ability to speak because it's God-given. Stand up for God-given capacity for us to unite with whoever we want to, yes, across Nigeria. Now, those who divide our country, people like Saad, Abubakar, the one impostor who stays in Sokoto as the Sultan of Fulanis in Sokoto. He's divisive. He has nothing to give in leadership. Yes, all he does is create a religious crisis everywhere. All right, and because he wants to carry out finish his great-grandfather's work of seizing Nigeria and the whole of West Africa. Nigerians, stand up. Igbos, stand up. Yorubas, stand up. Barons, stand up. Thieves, stand up. Digedes, stand up. The Angas, stand up. The Jukuns, stand up. The Barons, the Domas, stand up. The Ekas, Urobo, Insecurity, stand up. The Edo people, we must stand up for Nigeria. We are more in number than those who hold our country captive. We are more in number than those who aspire to continue the work of destroying Nigeria. Nigeria is so beautiful to be destroyed, but you will not understand it from inside. We who live outside understand the beauty, the apparel of beauty Nigeria is. And that is why we are risking our lives, risking our resources, putting everything on hold to ensure that we inspire the people at home to wake up and take their country. By all means necessary. We don't have to be nice anymore. We have suffered enough. And if you know you have suffered, you have graduated from school 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, and you have no job, there is a problem. And you have every reason to be angry. You don't have to line behind those who created your confusion. They are your enemies that you must stand up to fight. So weaponize yourself against them. And that is why we are asking you, come. We need to build a critical mass of critically conscious Nigerian patriots to take down the Nigerian system. So all of us will be free, and our country will be free, and the future of the next generation and generations unborn will be guaranteed. It is a duty you and I owe Nigeria for the space we occupy today as a rent we must pay for the liberation of the country and the progress and prosperity of its people. Why not do this and join us? Again, as before I leave, I enjoin every person who has been part of this broadcast to join us, be part of what we are doing. Please, Africa need to get rid of Europe and the US of A. That's Rex Pelanagos. Yes, and it's going to take a leadership to make that happen. But we don't mind tolerating them if they come to do business with respect for Africa and the African people. We don't mind. That is what we want. We want a word that all of us can interrelate with one another. Yes, a word that will not remind us of so many ugly past, especially for the black man who has suffered untold hardship in the hands of Imperial Europe. Yes, again, slavery, colonialism, imperialism, apartheid, and now globalization. Respect, I'm a Rastaman. Thank you very much, man. I love you. And I love all of you who joined us. Time is precious. And you took your time to come and be part of this debate, this discussion. We love you for that. And please, before you leave, I don't know how many people, but I'm seeing some thousands of people who joined to be part of this. Please, if you can give us 1,000 subscription, you would have made our day. Please, whatever you can do to help us grow. And we made a determination to grow organically. We made a determination not to buy subscription. We want to be talking to real people each time we come here on stream. So please do us a favor, by subscribing if you have not done so. You don't have to believe in what we are saying. We want us to talk to people with variant opinions about the way forward for Africa, Nigeria, and the world. Yes. And next week, I'm going to come with what is taking place here in the United States. The fight between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. How it all started and where it's going to end. Well, if it is good for the people of America, let that fight continue. Yes, if it is good, if it's going to be good for the liberation of America, let that fight continue. Our grace period that we gave Donald Trump to adjust himself as president of the United States is about to expire. So we're going to come and be holding him accountable for every policy that he reads out, So I look forward to talking to people and looking forward to hearing some people, about this. And we're going to be talking about healthcare in the United States. Healthcare is a big issue right here in the United States. So after we talk about Donald Trump and Elon Musk, is a very good friend, then we'll be heading forward. So I've neglected the American angle, for some time. And Again, any person among those of you listening who wants to, for any reason, appear on camera, we welcome you to do so, to speak and air your views on a variety of issues that we're talking about. So it's been such a great day, and I love you guys. So I got to go right now, and I wish I can hang on and start, keep on. But tomorrow we'll be coming up with another show, so watch out for it while we look forward for it. Have a great Saturday. Bye for now, and we love you here at ONN. Sister Jane, thank you very much for your support as usual. Whereas, how do you see the world current affairs? Because I'm European and I'm quite ignorant about your vision. The world is in trouble. There's no doubt about that. They are putting together another crisis. But you and I, if we unite in our numbers, we can stop it. We can build a coalition of willing, progressive people of the world to put an end to the mess that they have to turn the world. It's a corporation game. It is the corporation that create problems, and then they find the ways to put the citizens into it. It makes it look like it's a national issue that they are fighting. They are never straight. Yes, we're going to make it happen. All right, bye, Rex, and I really appreciate you. Which country do you come from? We're in Europe. France, Germany, where? Holland, Poland, Ireland, or where? All right, answer me. All right, I look forward to hearing you. Spain, all right, Spain is a good place. A lot of Nigerians in Spain. Thank you very much. We love you guys, and take care and have a great day. Bye for now.